All right, so why intermittent fasting? So some of you guys maybe have tried this in the past, or it might be totally new to you, okay? So remember, intermittent fasting, all it's referring to is basically having a period of time where you're not eating that's normally longer than you would go, right, on the regular, and then you have an eating window, okay? So what we're going with is a 16-8 split. 16 hours of no eating, 8 hours where you can eat, okay? Now, if you don't eat in that 8-hour window, you're going to be in trouble, right? So you got to make sure that you stick to this 8-hour window. Don't start moving around your windows through the week, okay, so you really don't have a consistent 16-8, 16-8, 16-8. You've got to do that. You cannot vary your times from day to day. If you want to adjust it from week one, from like if you go into week 2 and you're like, week 1 I wasn't feeling those times, you can adjust it for your next week. But let's make it on a week-to-week adjustment and not a day-to-day adjustment. Cool? Intermittent fasting, a few more things about this. Remember, the biggest driver of your weight loss or your weight gain is caloric intake, okay? Very important. So when you have a smaller window to eat in, and I give you, let's say, 1,400 calories to spend all day, and I know we're not counting calories on this, but I want you to stay with me on this. If I give you 1,400 calories to spend all day, okay, it's much easier to be happy with that if you're only eating in an 8-hour window. If you're eating in a 10-hour, 12-hour, 14-hour window, maybe more sometimes, right? Many people wake up, they eat all day long, and right before bed they eat. It's very, very hard to stay under that 1,400, okay? I'm just using this as an example. So the concept of intermittent fasting just makes spending, okay, what you have a little easier, okay? That's it. It's like you're in the mall. If you're in the mall all day long with $100, you're not going to get very far. You're kind of in trouble. It's gone, right? But if it's like you can go in the mall, there's $100 and you have 20 minutes. You're kind of like, oh man, this is great, right? $100 will go pretty far in 20 minutes. You're like, oh, I can get some stuff. So, so that's it. A lot of people like intermittent fasting because they can eat bigger when they do eat. So if you have 1,400 calories, right, spread across 5 meals, each meal can only be 280 calories, right? But if you're going to compress that time frame and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to eat 2 big meals. 2 big meals of 700 calories, that'll keep you full. So that's why people like intermittent fasting. There's less meal prep. When you finally do eat, it's more, you're more satiated, you're fuller longer. And honestly, it doesn't matter when you eat. So you can eat big at night, which is most of the time that's when people want to eat big, and you can, so long as you didn't eat big in the morning. So there's a couple things about intermittent fasting. You can read up on it. There's a lot of other benefits, which I'm not going to go into the science there. But basically, it's going to make it easier for you to drop weight, okay, and stay full.